Okay, so today we have T-Rex and Cosmic Dancer. This was actually T-Rex has been requested quite a few times, and I think I've heard one song, which is basically their most known song, "Bang a Gong," "Get It On," and yeah. So I've always been intrigued by the band, and I know that Mark Bolan had a early death and such in a car accident, which is pretty sad. So yeah. Anyway, I've never really gotten into the band, so here we are, finally getting into them today. So let's hear the song, talk about it after. Let's go.
I was dancing when I was 12. I was dancing when I was 12. I was dancing when I was out. I was dancing when I was out. I danced myself right out the womb. Dance myself right out the womb. Is it strange to dance so soon? I dance myself right out the womb. I was dancing when I was 8. I was dancing when I was 8. Strange to dance so late. Is it strange to dance so late? I dance myself into the tune. I dance myself into the tune. Strange to dance so soon. I dance myself into the tune. Is it wrong to understand the fear that was inside a man? What's it like to be alone? I liken it to a balloon. I dance myself out of the womb. I dance myself out of the womb. Is it strange to dance so soon? Dance myself into the tune, and then again once more. I dance myself out of the womb. I dance myself out of the womb. Is it strange to dance so soon? I dance myself out of the womb.
Okay. T-Rex, Cosmic Dancer. I mean, yeah, like I said during the song, very smooth, very sweet. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only song I've heard by this band was Bang a Gong. So this obviously has a different feel to it, different sound, not as punchy, whatever, I guess. Just, yeah, sweet song. Um, I mean, what I would say off the top is, obviously, I guess it's kind of just about life and death, I guess you would say. And there's, kind of some not foreshadowing, I guess you wouldn't say, but just some kind of maybe creepy kind of lyrics to it. Just I know the song came out in 1971, and Mark died in 1977, but still, just about how he said, I danced myself into the tomb. And then when he said in the third verse here, is it strange to dance so soon? I thought he said, is it strange to die so soon at first? So I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But then, yeah, it was, he said, is it strange to dance so soon? But yeah, because that took me off guard. Good Lord. But anyway, yeah. And then when I said also near the end there, the kind of odd kind of guitar lines, almost, yeah, I don't know. It was just very smooth. I like the drumming a lot as well. Kind of like a deep kind of a sound that Bill Legend had on drums. Just looking at the personnel here, because again, I only know Mark Bolan. So on vocals and guitar, Mickey Finn on vocals. It says congas and bongos. This is for the whole album of Electric Warrior. So yeah, I couldn't find the personnel just for the song. But anyway, and also Steve Curry on bass guitar, and like I said, Bill Legend on drums and tambourine. So yeah, and also I like the backing vocals there near the end as well, kind of layered under the music, and just the whole song. I mean, he started off, it was kind of like a whisper. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like Bang a Gong. He was just kind of a sweet little whimper almost, and you really had that kind of soft feel, and it was a nice little ride. Anyway, I do want to get to the about here on Genius, just to talk about the song. So it says Cosmic Dancer is the second song on T-Rex's 1971 album, Electric Warrior, which Rolling Stone placed at number 160 in their 2012 list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. So obviously this album is pretty, sought after, well sought after. It says it's a rock song, and it talks about Mark Bolan himself. He once explained in an interview, he said, I mean, I am my own fantasy. I am the cosmic dancer who dances his way out of the womb and into the tomb on Electric Warrior. I'm not frightened to get up there and groove about in front of 6 million people on TV because it doesn't look cool. That's the way I would do it at home. The song also appeared in the 1998 movie Velvet Goldmine, which itself is inspired by glam rock culture. So yeah, okay, so I just really like the message. I mean, I feel like there's not, a lot to talk about with the song, what the meaning is here. It's just really, like he said, I guess it's about himself, which, again, is kind of sweet. Which also, I was looking at comments here on the YouTube video, and some people saying that, like, this song makes them cry every time. And I guess, yeah, I guess I get it, because, you think about Mark Bolan. And his short life, and even though he lived, I guess 6 years after this, but still, you look back at the song and it's just like, he was just having fun. Obviously, I mean, when he said, I love the line there when he says, I dance myself straight out of the womb. Is it strange to dance so soon? And it's just like, a baby doesn't really even learn how to walk until they're, like 1 year old, whatever it is, 1 year old, not 1 years. So yeah, it's like kind of, it is kind of it is pretty strange to dance so soon, right out of the womb, because you don't even walk when you're out of the womb. And then just the whole part, obviously this man, he liked to dance. I was dancing when I was 8. I was dancing when I was 8. It's strange to dance so late. So obviously, like you said, if there was a groove, he didn't care who was there. He was going to dance. And I just love that kind of message. And, the bridge here, we kind of get, I guess, a little bit of a deeper kind of a meaning, I guess, because when he says, is it wrong to understand the fear that dwells inside of a man? And there is some annotations here from Genius as well, so I do want to just say some of these things. So it says, Mark is asking why it's considered wrong to deep dive into the emotional darkness that humanity has within itself. Most people do not like to address the darkness within themselves, and rather coast along with an ignorant attitude. And I mean, yeah, I guess, some people don't want to, question the darkness. I mean, I know, you know, usually for me, late at night or whatever, you start to think about the darkness. You start to think about, I guess, you know, the fears that say, you know, dwell inside a man or a woman, whatever. You know, you start to think about things like death and what happens after death or whatever. And yeah, it can become kind of depressing. So, I mean, I guess I could see why, you know, people don't want to dwell inside. But obviously Mark is trying to understand why it's wrong to not do that, or to do that, whatever. And then goes on, what's it like to be a loon? I liken it to a balloon. So a loon, I guess you would say, as it says here, kind of, you know, a playful, silly person, good nature, you know, person that could be understood by many, you know, whatever. And it says also, the line is often interpreted as either a loan or a loon, but both have meaningful context within the song. And then I like the whole part, I liken it to a balloon, you know, that sense of, you know, weightlessness, you know, like they don't have, again, kind of like coming back to his part about, you know, dancing, you know, just not caring, you know, just being yourself and just kind of being weightless, and not thinking about anything else. So then, yeah, again, going on again here from the second chorus, and then we have the outro. I dance myself out of the womb. I dance myself out of the womb. It is strange to dance so soon. I dance myself out of the womb. I just like how they keep kind of repeating that. And, you know, just throughout the whole song, you know, him just asking, is it strange for that to happen? You know, perhaps it is. And then there is an annotation here. It says, Cosmic Dancer might be coming to acceptance that perhaps he is strange. And I'm sure, you know, back in 1971 here, I mean, most, you know, rock singers were looked at as strange. I mean, yeah, again, it was the 70s. I mean, even in the 60s. I mean, I guess, you know, just looking at rock and roll, I mean, from the 60s into the 70s, yeah, I mean, it was more, I guess, you know, the other more clean-cut kind of guys, even though some of them were still seen as taboo, like Elvis Presley or Buddy Holly or whatever, but they still, you know, kind of wore the suits, whatever. But then you get into the 60s and you had people like, I guess, you know, the Animals, you had the Beach Boys, who were still kind of, you know, kind of clean cut, but, you know, behind the scenes, obviously everything was not so clean cut. And then you get into the 70s and, you know, you have T-Rex, you know, you look at Mark Bolan, I mean, I'm sure his haircut frightened some people. And yeah, I mean, it's just, and I mean, but that voice, good Lord, that could just put you in a trance. And I always love a, you know, a soft singer, kind of a whisper. Maybe it's just because I like ASMR. I don't know. But also I have to talk about as well, just to say, I would say, I guess there was an orchestra there, I guess, maybe during the song. Just had a great orchestral arrangement. Just, you know, some stringed instruments, I want to say, at least. And yeah, just everything put together. I mean, it sounded so supreme. It sounded so good. Just a soft song, just to, you know, as the kids say, you can vibe to it. And yeah, great little, I guess, opener again to T-Rex. And maybe I'll do a review, I guess, sometime of Bang a Gong just to hear it again. But I've liked what I've heard from 2 songs by them. Anyway, yeah, so anyway, I guess I could say, yeah, rest in peace to Mark Bolan. Obviously, great voice. Love that soft sound, like I've said already. And I guess that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the requests for T-Rex. And finally, I'm glad I finally got into them, because I do know a lot of people, you know, were influenced by them. Including one of my favorite bands, Oasis. And I can really see where Oasis and Britpop, I guess, you know, in general, kind of took their sound. And kind of, you know, I know Noel Gallagher stole a lot of, a lot from many musicians, and T-Rex was no exception. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys again soon.